I do want to welcome you all to downtown Fort Wayne, which has certainly been the center of a lot of construction over the past several months, and will continue. What you're going to see this morning, what you're going to hear about this morning, obviously is another enhancement to our downtown area, and that's our first roundabout in the central city, in the core of our city, and I'm very excited about that. And for those of you that know a little bit about roundabouts, and if you don't know much about them, you will shortly, and you'll learn to love them. You really will, because roundabouts offer so much for a community. For instance, you don't have to stop your car anymore. You can just keep moving. If it's a right-hand turn on red, that's wonderful because there's no red. You just keep right on going to the right. And you can blend into the traffic going to the roundabout, so you don't have to stop your vehicles. And most of us don't like red lights to begin with. So that's going to be a wonderful addition to our downtown. Also, there's fewer accidents. There's a lot of accidents at red lights, people hitting the rear of another car. Well, because you don't have to stop, there's fewer accidents. So that's wonderful. Also, it's very efficient for vehicles. You use less gas because there's fewer emissions into the air. So that's also great for our environment. And you get better gas mileage because you don't have that stopping and going. So there's all kinds of advantages to roundabouts. That's why I'm very excited about them. I'm not going to be quite as energetic as the mayor of Carmel, Indiana, if you've been there, just about every intersection. Let's do this one first, and then we'll find out how much we like it and how much the city wants us to move forward. But right now, we're going to kick off the groundbreaking today on a brand new enhancement for downtown. Very excited about it, and I want to have somebody else talk a little bit further about it, and that's the head of the Public Works Division. That's Bob Kennedy. Bob?
Thanks, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor. We'll try to keep it brief today. We are excited to see the business owners, the colleges, and for this changing corridor to the south and north on Wells Street here. We are excited. We think it's going to be a great improvement for the area, both not only in traffic movements, but also the landscaping, new street lighting, sidewalks, connectivity for not only motorists, but also for the pedestrians that enjoy the downtown. I'm going to introduce Patrick Zaharako. He's our assistant city engineer, and he'll just give you a brief description of what the construction timeline will look like. Patrick?
Thank you, Bob. And thank you, Mayor. This roundabout will help meet the changing needs of this combined business, education, and residential corridor by providing improved traffic patterns for all the community. Whether you're walking, riding, biking, or driving, it's going to help us all. It'll enhance the business visibility by having traffic moving in both directions, and it will improve safety by having a dedicated turn lane, bike lane, and protected sidewalks along the route. The project will be constructed over 2 construction seasons. This season will start with the 5-legged roundabout right here at Fairfield, Ewing, Superior area, and it'll be done in 2 phases. Really, first the Fairfield side, and then the Ewing side, and that's all to be completed by October. Also, this year we'll convert Fairfield and Ewing to 2-way streets over a time period. And the conversion will go all the way to Baker Street in the end. And Baker Street is also being converted to 2-way between Ewing and Fairfield, so it'll provide better traffic flow. Main Street is also going to get repaved between Jackson Street and Maiden Lane, and it will have improved flow by having a center turn lane in one direction on main line traffic in each way, plus bike lanes on both sides. And this will help improve the traffic patterns along Main Street. All this is to be accomplished in 2015. Along with this will be streetscape improvements. As was mentioned, there will be pedestrian scale lighting and a treescape installed along the street to help improve the total look and help it make it a complete street. They'll be started this year. They may be completed next spring, depending upon the fall weather season. And next year, we'll continue on moving south down Ewing and Fairfield in full conversion along those roadways with improved sidewalks, new ADA ramps, and bike lanes. Jefferson will also be resurfaced, and it will become a uniform 3-lane road through most of the downtown area. The area of downtown has changed, and hundreds and if not thousands of visitors are coming to this area, and we want to make it a better place for them to walk and ride or even drive, to have dinner, lunch, and go to all the different outings there are downtown, and to find easier parking. It's important to make safe pedestrian routes, and that's what we are doing to enhance the downtown for both the public lives here in the city and the visitors that come to enjoy the great city of Fort Wayne. Thank you.
Now you have the complete plan. It's really very, very exciting, and again, the drawings I think will give you some idea of what we're talking about. But I also want to bring in the city councilman for the area, Geoff Paddock, who's also been working very hard behind the scenes to make this happen as well. Geoff?
Well, thank you, Mayor, and all of you. I look around, I see some familiar faces here of some of the folks that helped design and build Headwaters Park, so I know this is going to be done right, and it's good to see some of you. To kind of get in the mood for this, I went down and drove around the other major roundabout in the 5th District there by Westover and Old Mill Road, and enjoyed the experience so much I kept going round and round. But so I am looking forward to this. You know, this kind of falls into the category of the economics of first impressions that Mayor Henry has talked about before. And one of the things that can be transformative, along with the other events that are happening, the other projects. Obviously, we've got the exciting news with St. Francis. I'm glad to see Sister Elise here. We've got Parkview Field moving along, the Ash Project, just a number of things going on in downtown Fort Wayne. And this is one of those things that I think helps moves the transformation along. We put some legacy money into this, and it was through a lot of hard work and thought, and I think it's a proper designation of those funds. So the mayor credited me. I think it's actually your leadership that brought this forward. I'm happy to play a small role in this, and I'm also happy to say that if this goes as anticipated, I may be advocating another one a little to the south of this. So we're looking forward. Thank you for being here, and Mayor, thank you for your leadership here. Thanks.
We've talked about the visitors coming into downtown and the psychology of first impression and so on, but we have also invested some time, some energy, and some money into making sure that we offer additional venues downtown to make us attractive from an economic development perspective and educational perspective and so on. Well, one of those who will profit from this, we hope, is the University of St. Francis, who recently announced the enhancement of their offerings and their campus to downtown. I'm going to ask Sister Elise to step up and just say a few words about how this can affect her offerings as well. Sister?
Thanks, Mayor Henry, and thanks to everyone who is involved with getting this planned. It sounds to me like these major projects are going to be coinciding. The work we want to do on our Performing Arts Center, as you know, the former Scottish Rite Auditorium is now the University of St. Francis Performing Arts Center, and around the corner, the Chamber of Commerce building will become our School of Business, the Keith Bussey School of Business and Entrepreneurial Leadership. And our plans are to have the work being done also during 2015, if all works out, so that we can start moving in at the beginning of 2016, or at least by the fall of 2016. So this should be finished by then. The Ash project might be finished by then, so little did we know at the time we purchased there that all of this would be happening. So we're very grateful for this new approach. As we come from St. Francis, we either come down Main Street or we can come down Spring to Wells and come into our campus, which is between Ewing and Fairfield. So it's going to be a great enhancement as we also enhance those 2 blocks that now are University of St. Francis for our students, the use of our students. And we have already had 30 to 35,000 people come to performances and events at our Performing Arts Center even before we've done all the total restoration. And it will be used for our music technology students, and the auditorium will continue to be used. So look in the paper for upcoming events and join us at the auditorium. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sister. Well, that completes the formal part of this. We do have a groundbreaking. Where's Frank? There he is. Frank's going to be in charge of that. We do have, just want to point out, in the middle of the circle, right now they have plants and so on. It was suggested that there be a statue of me. I respectfully declined, but we are looking at some various options for the middle of the circle as well. But right now, Frank.
Some people from the neighborhood. Anybody else from the neighborhood? Businesses? Welcome to come up. Some businesses in the area. We'll do another one, so if one of you wants to do it now.
Ready? Again?
1, 2, 3. All right? And the other people, if you guys come back to me,
Come on in, bud.
you guys have anybody else who's doing it?
Get some more in here.
You doing well?
Yeah.
I'm hanging in there. I'm
1, 2, 3.
sister over at St. Francis.
I'm sure she can use all the folks she can get.
Yeah. I tell me and the nuns, we get along well.
Oh, good.
You have to come down visit us in our new building.
Yeah, no, I'd love to.
Oh, I was so excited. Just to be able to develop classrooms.